to Zoe.
Okay.
But it's a really, really rare pick, and I'm not sure how this one actually ends up going. This is going to be, I believe, the first LeBlanc that we've seen from Ooming.
And we are going to get jungle leads that aren't as extravagant as they were. This is a bit of a setup in the top lane. Clement, you talked about it. Doesn't matter if Aki's here. Pushed into the wall. Breathe overextends with a massive wave setup. He'll use the orange, but he's dead anyway. And OMG punish fast.
They had the ward. And I do want to see something actually develop in this bottom side. I think this is what W is.
God, hang on. Flash Ignite, Paddle Star, Wooming 1 auto.
What?
It's a solo kill. Shanks may go down, but man.
OMG also find themselves a decent trade on the bottom side. This is not technically how we expect the bottom side to work. Usually we just think of Kane going. If he gets a fed Skarner early and just taxes everyone, that's great.
Bottom lane though, that's the flash forward, teleport being burned as well. Jomong's already used the rocket jump, Missing stunned up into the wall, gets sent, Missing follows him as well, ignites down, two-man pulverized, Missing goes into his death, and OMG, the proactive plays there again. From Aki is Cold's moving as well. Shanks actually getting the bubble, Onslaught of Shadows used, but the Zoe now going to get chained, and W8, this is just not a good start. Shanks goes in by himself, he's taken down. Herald hacks.
So, a bit unfortunate right there. I actually like the idea. That was definitely in range of a kill. Just missed two boulders in a row. And with Aki and Ooming both being rather fed, this is very dangerous.
As you talk about catch, there's the follow through. Jomong dead. Eric flashes to the end. Not needed.
And now he's finally going to get Hurricane.
Really nice barrel chain from Breathe. The third comes out of nowhere, and Yu's definitely dead here. Want to give it over to Breathe. He gets the shutdown, and now...
It's just going to be OMG taking up the objectives. On the meantime, W do get the bot lane tower, but this tower
for me... talked about the catch potential. That'll really be at its peak. And OMG can force a fight, force a pick that might give them over the soul and change the landscape of this game. As you can even see, Jomong at half health, man. Wooming's LeBlanc has been going steady, and steady's a danger for this 80 carry.
W are not actually a tanky team themselves. They really want to play around priority from Zoe and Udyr, but they don't have it this game. So when it comes to the team fight, there's so many different targets caught out. Shanks and Jomong are not going to survive the combo. They're just going to straight up be completely blown up. So I actually like what W are doing here. They're not grouping up. They're not really trying to contest this one. Instead, they're just saying, we have to wait this one out. We've been beaten. Let's just get some more gold onto the game blank and see if scaling can save us.
But now Soul, though, 5 minutes in. We've seen Tristanus go for the Phantom. You talk about all the Lord Dominics, but it does feel like the attack spin on comp that is rather squishy.
Want to deal with Hecarim in the later phases of the game, then of course Lord Dominics is better. Oh wow.
God, yeah, I miss LeBlanc in the meta. Is now missing from the other angle, getting caught out. Beisheng walks in front of OMG, doesn't pay the respect. Killer Instinct, Solar Flare lays him down, but doesn't matter. He cleanses away, and Eric does it again as he flashes away, picks up the double, Onslaught of Shadows into the backline. Aki's bit of Tokyo drift in the side. Wooming will get hit with a troll bubble. Breathe trying to clean this kill up, but Aki there. One hit wonder. Breathe comes in to make it more even than it was, but OMG
trying to hit things over the wall.
I mean, look, New's just running patrol. Dragon goes down. There's the soul. And WE now going up against a team that is going to extend these trades, Clement. Very bad territory for the 8-3.
Yeah, WE are... We have talked about this, but this matchup is absolutely crucial for them. If they can get into playoffs, it just takes so much pressure off of the team. But OMG are making a bit of a comeback fight right here. That was
potential was gone, but it didn't matter. Soul given over. OMG have it all as they're over the wall again. Beisheng at half health. The Udyr lay it down. Onslaught of Shadows hits again. Killer Instinct follow-up. Clement, your comp analysis was
works every single time. Such a great backline chase. And OMG, a team that we really didn't expect anything out of, is taking it to WE.
And W walked on in thinking maybe they can get close towards the Baron.
I honestly don't. I think they have the scaling potential, but they're so far gone at this point. 25 minutes, already 4K down, and OMG have that wombo combo to just kill the backline. Jomong still with no flash, neither does Shanks have it.
I mean, Eric, who has been following up on these engages so beautifully, is a full item ahead of Jomong. And remember that Jomong got a bit of turret plating, he got the first brick. But as you were saying in this game, it might not have mattered because OMG were keeping tempo, keeping pace, and especially across these side lanes, OMG have been taking names as a WE threatened here for an inhibitor turret in the bottom lane. Apparently I sound like a frog when I try and say inhibitor. Trouble Bubble connects, WE, are they going to go in? Missing's waiting, Cold on the wing. 2 level advantage in support as well. Just shows you.
You can tell how confident OMG are about this one. They're just here to play cannon guard duty. In the meantime, Aki nearly solo takes down the tower. This is going to be a 2 inhibitor tower push coming in from OMG. And W8, they can't do anything about this. Even with Aki in the mid lane, they're finally going in.
Oh my god, Beishang's just dead. Hi missing, bye missing. Hi Jolmung and bye Jolmung too. Wooming, that's his clone. As he actually will get taken down. Shanks against the Nexus. Now dealing with Aki. 4 dead though for WE. 2 down for OMG. And again, they wipe him clean with an inhibitor down and now the threat of the game too.
Gonna be a 3-for-1. Shank's the only one left to defend this, and it's just not enough. The closest one up is gonna be Leona, but she doesn't provide damage. OMG are actually just gonna finish this one right now. They're
it's 23.5 minutes in the game, dude. Shank's trying to defend this, and he's done enough damage to New, so maybe they play it safe. But at the very least, OMG, they're holding control all across this map. They've got double inhibitor down. And Shanks, he's done a good job of defending, but OMG will break that last. As they're waiting for a bit of a pick, you know, playing aggressive in this bush, sure, but maybe separated for now. On to missing. A lot of damage here from OMG, remember. Watch Wooming, watch the likes of Eric on this Kai'Sa as News going forward, ready for the Nara ulti. He's stunned up against the wall. There's 4, they fly on in, and immediately the setup is just gorgeous. OMG clean down WE. Bree trying to be the GP that 1v5. But man, you ain't been here in this series. You ain't been in this game. But you are put in the bin for game number 1.
OMG just with a magnificent team fight. They go in, a triple slam down from New, and everyone evaporates from WE. There isn't enough tankiness on this squad right now, and that is a shocker. We did not expect WE. 4th place on the Jax.
Hey.
This is super interesting. Jax got a huge buff this patch. We didn't think it would be relevant, but his AD growth went up by 0.9 per level. So that means in late
Moving
game.
towards the mid lane. Shanks is too. Wooming is as well. Flash available. Shanks might have to burn it. Aki first, though, as the Trouble Bubble connects to Paddlestar. Flushed away in the end by Shanks. Beishang on the back end as well. This horse, of course, wants to get involved, and Wooming just survives. Holding onto his flash by Breathe is here. Irelia with a flawless duet. Where did he come from? He'll get stunned down, but Breathe flashes. He wants the reset, and he finds it. Irelia for first blood in this game.
Yeah, really well done by Breathe to roam down there and just cut off Aki's pathing there. In the bot lane, we have even
We're not
more
done because
action.
Ignite's going down. Cole getting low. This is a Jinx who's about to go into Q. One more auto attack will do it, and Jolmung gets the kill while Eric is trying to chase. The Hail of Arrows doesn't work out. Jolmung's at max stacks on Q as well. Gets the zap down, wants to get the other kill, but the flash away from
I felt like New played very, very passive against
You don't get time, Clever. You don't get time, and you know that, brother. Shanks is level 4, doing a bit of damage to Aki. They've actually turned it around. OMG getting low, but they bring in Cold, who's only level 2. Dude, this Alistar is level 2. But at least top lane, you know, we didn't get a chance to talk about this closer, Clement, but we don't get to because WE is setting up at the bottom lane. Death Sentence connects as well. Zap on top, and suddenly Beishang picks up his first kill of the game.
You know what? My jungle is pathing towards the top side. I'm going to wait around, and that allowed Breathe to roam.
And News now moving as well, but he's not moving in the right direction. Shanks picks up the kill and bursts back. And even in the bottom lane, Berserker Greaves picked up while OMG are trying to make a play towards Shanks. Realm Warp used. There's a lot of CC, though. He can't walk back on in. He didn't have the flash, and now Shanks will pay with his life.
Yeah, that was a lot of times actually going for a gank is not going to be punished by the opponent team. Like, it's not going to be matched by an opponent ultimate. Okay, goodbye, Missing.
Well, Missing's dead. There you go. There's the start of the burst we expected from Eric. And remember, this is a lot of pokers in the top lane. Meanwhile, I'm not sure it was Vanguard's Edge used. Breathe still has his ultimate, but New has used his.
Yeah, that was just a damage test coming in from Breathe, and looks like he was able to win that one. In the meantime, OMG, quite a big power spike. The serrated Dirk has finally come through.
As
in goes
teleport's coming
Beishang.
through as well. Super Mega Death Rocket flies through. Dragon stolen by Beishang, but now for the rest of the fight, as you can see here. First turret blood. Will it be responded up in that top lane? Methinks not, as Jack's only able to get one turret play.
Really far off from that trade. You don't really want to now. Aurelia with the Blade of the Ruin King definitely reigns supreme in side lanes.
And let's also remember that both these top
Where'd she
laners
go?
have... Oh, Breathe is dead. Okay. Not sure what line up Beishang while Herald's at 2k. Zap going to come through soon as well. It is taken by Arky, but can they get towards the pit? It's cold. Gets a two-man engage, but remember, you want to see the poke come out as New is onto the wing. Disengaged from Jolmung and missing. For OMG, they've separated them as Shanks only managed to get out alive. But the CC again! Cold flies through, and the range is flying down the range itself. Double kill over to Wu Ming. And just like why he's been on this roster for 6 years, and even though OMG have not been successful in this split against WE, they've brought this game back. Gold might not be camera. That was a three-man chains of corruption in a choke. No one could escape, like to the point of dodging that 3-second window. What is it? 2-3-second window, I think, where it actually attaches. And now for OMG, after the play, they have the Herald. They're pushing up mid. Chains corruption used again. Trouble from downtown. Puts him in a bit of trouble. Swimming doesn't care that Beishang's there.
One of the big reasons that we saw the resurgence of Zoe post 11.3, the extra damage that you get on the item actually makes it quite worthwhile. Wait until the phases where Beishang can find poke damage on the poke composition and just go all in.
Oh no, but Beishang goes for an engage. He wants to flank onto Eric, but he's been caught out. Onslaught of Shadows hits the backline, but not onto Eric. The hook blocked by Cold. Better poke coming through yet again, but somehow WE come out successful with Beishang. Away to the comp that you said is going to be waiting for this Jinx to become more and more relevant, especially with side lanes. As Noose going up for the turret. He wanted to take down the turret, but maybe it was a ruse. Going into the ulti. Breathe going to reset off of the minions, and he is dead. Troll Bubble doesn't land, and Wooming trying to recover. WE force, and OMG like, okay, we see you. We're going to take Dragon, and now they're waiting to play on the lack of vision.
Yeah, this is WE just trying to get a lucky pick
Woo!
here.
That poke comes through yet again, but a two-man flawless duet into the backline. The engage, the gap close onto OMG. Breathe has set this one up as New is stunned in place. Taken out poke again, but
the steal onto Baron, they could very well take the members so low that there is no retreat.
But can they find the fight? Chains of corruption coming through, Clement. 2k, Arky over the wall, doesn't have flash available. It's taken. Baron over to WE, now they want to get out, and New can't do it down. WE now with the Baron buff. Look at this push. You have a Jinx with 2.5 items, as the dive is a very real possibility. Goodbye to Eric. Yet again, WE making it work as the Vanguard's Edge flies out. Beishang survives. And Wooming off of the side now has to get the hell out of there. He's over the wall, but real flash.
It was very easy for W to walk in with the 5-man,
hey,
and now they're going in for more.
New's dead. Never mind. The rest of the team's like, brother, we don't want that. And OMG have fallen apart. You know, game one was so clinical, it was so clean. And this one has just been a scrap fiesta, man. Like, I don't know how to best coin this, Mr. Chu. At least zap down. Beishang there. Pony runs in. Wooming, no. He's going to get Onslaught of Shadow, but he's still dead. And that's one pick to end all picks.
And now, it really helps you set up those Flame Chompers. And WE are the ones with massive engage. It's really smart how they're using all of their tools. OMG, as we talked about, this comp doesn't scale as well.
Yeah, and there goes Arky yet again. We just keep coming back to reality, and, you know, Arky, there goes gravity. It's WE with another big pick. Baron is alive in 1 minute 30, so you can't pick that up for now, but we've got a Soul Point coming. We've got WE who are just abusing these advantages, and now moving towards mid lane yet again. Look at the defense here. I don't know if OMG can survive as Eric too far forward, Chains of Corruption used. Beishang is a massive threat, and Wooming, who is so far ahead right now, not doing too much to run into this tank. While they're losing inhibitor, Clement, look at the side lanes.
Jax is trying to claw himself back into the game any way he can. He doesn't actually do a lot of damage at this point. Didn't go for the try.
But vision is there as New has come on in. He has his flash available if he needs it, but tends not to use his Chains of Corruption used defensively. Eric might be caught out. He slowed down the Realm Warp. Onslaught of Shadows into the backline. Hecarim still doing a lot of damage as Eric is being bullied by a horse as the flawless duet comes through. The Vanguard's Edge is the edge of glory for WE, and they want to drive this into a game number 3.
Nothing much that OMG could do at this point. 7k, just too much engaged potential. They tried to slop the onslaught from Jomung with the Chains of Corruption, but he cleanses it out and chases everyone down. Fans of WE, you should be ready to get excited.
You should, after we saw some of the most interesting drafts we've seen so far. At least not interesting in the way that you think I'm saying. That was a good game.
Damage and disengage is probably the answer. I do like the Gameplank. I think Gameplank actually provides a lot more disengage compared to Jace. Acceleration gate is nice, but the main point that this lane should come out ahead should be that Serrated Dirt plus tier buy here. And now they're fighting over the Scuttle, but there's a level lead.
Yeah, and Cold's almost dead. I mean, the family dispute in the river comes back to the lane. A 1-for-1. Aki goes down as well. And OMG have immediately lost too.
OMG don't think they should have contested that given their positioning.
Breathe in a bit of trouble though. Meanwhile, as we come back to life, Beisheng trying to save the play, but Aki on the way too. Numbers advantage going to be here for OMG, but Cold's taking a turret shot. Breed's going to be shielded up as there's the sleep. Immediately trouble bubble comes in first, and Beisheng now in the middle of the wave trying to heal up, but OMG successful in the end. And Cold, the Guardian, gives him a bit of shielding so he survives, but of course he's always going to live there anyway. As WA's bottom lane getting pushed off means it's Dragon time for OMG. It'll reset, but at the end of the day, hey, Dragon goes over. You start the objective game early, and Aki didn't even need 6 for the play, Clement, for them to threaten away.
Yeah, that was a good catch out from OMG, but that's so much invested for nothing.
It is, so we could see a fight. 3 in the pit now. Beisheng still on it, and there you go. It's horrible as Shanks.
They stop Eric from backing, and now they just get half a turret for it. This is insane macro advantages.
I mean, onto Eric, he's cleansed early. The Flay takes him down. The Cannon Barrage under turret does nothing. And WE with a kill in this game. Breathe has joined in as well. He's bopped away by Cold. This Silence just playing zone control as the Chem Tank gets him back in range. Bit of a bully now as the Zap. Man, you can be bronze and see that this team outscales. Lilting Lullaby for the team that wants to get proactive here. Death Sentence connects though. Interrupts the headbutt from missing. Now for OMG, they're way too deep. WE have started the fight in favorable fashion, but that's the flash headbutt pulverized. Cold redeems himself. Beisheng getting low. Wooming needs the order to come through. It's the Lilting Lullaby that started it. And it is Lilia that'll finish it with a triple kill over to Aki. OMG finally in this game gets something strong. Breathe the trade. Wooming one hit away. But OMG finally spring into action.
That was a really good cutoff by OMG. And get the win for his team.
Finally, Clement, man. OMG spring into life. You know, we're 3 dragons. Leandri's now picked up. Aki is going to be able to destroy Breathe, as you were talking about in the draft. He is the person to do damage.
They are in holding pattern right now. They just want to make sure that nothing actually happens.
Missing those. That's a hook. That's a hook. The box goes down. Beisheng to Flame. Wooming caught out of position. Is he dead? Onto the back line. Missing sets it up. Beisheng spikes it down. He'll die in the end, but WE, that's the favorable trade with an explosive rocket from downtown. Jolmong will clean him up. And man, supports MVP of the series.
How does Missing keep on finding these hooks on crucial targets? This is insane. Every time OMG is going into Siege, they just get someone caught out by Thrash Hook over the wall. I even think that Uni actually had a pink ward there, but still somehow Missing finds the kill, and that's going to be double towers going over to WE.
This is a flashback for me. This is Missing on Thresh, a champion that is constantly banned against him. Him in the river as well. I like this from WE as the trouble bubble flies down, but I think that's it. Dragon's going to go over. WE get more time in this game. And while there's a lot of time.
And this is what you want to do as a Siege boat composition. You want the enemy to have staggered backs and to make sure that you pair up with a top mid laner in the league. I think that would be great for his growth.
Oh my god, Fast Horse new actually might be caught out here. The GP doesn't have time for setup, and down he goes. That's a huge pick as WE are going to force the fight further. Cold is frontlining, but OMG want to get the hell out of there. Again, WE utilize
a chance that they could find something. Cannon Barrage already stopping
but look,
the target.
Breeze is zoning away. Wooming is at half health, goes down low, and Lilting Lullaby used into the pit. The steal isn't there. No, the Baron secured by WE, but they've lost 2 core members. New with Eric now pushing Lullaby is available, and WE is starting to punish us down.
Yeah, this ramp is going to be so hard to actually get through. Breathe will stop it, and he's going back in.
Once again, Hecarim into the back line. Beisheng there, aggressive yet again, hitting New down as he's just dead immediately. We turn back around the box blade bare. Aki flashes in, the Lilting Lullaby's big as well, as that's Cold into the back line. Empress Divide shifts the sands. Wooming, however, has an extra flash. He's kiting around. OMG have them in front of their eyes. Eric's there too, Missing about to drop on down and Breathe as he's just there running into Eric. It feels like OMG have done their due diligence as my stream goes to full 144p. They were winning fights before, and the fact that that fight was close, just showing that, okay, we're kind of getting towards the end of the spike for OMG. 3 Cs, Clement, as you know what, speaking of thick, here comes big boy Sion. Onto New, you're going to get knocked up, and Beisheng to add layers himself. Missing trying to save the day. Dark Passage there. New, take the lantern, brother, as he gets hit with a massive rocket right to the
wards on the corridor, just making sure they're going to be cut off. And this will be W potentially trying to look for a game end right here. They still have Onslaught of Shadows, and New is going to take 15 seconds. I don't think OMG can actually contest this one.
I don't think they can. I mean, for W8, it's like, hello. Jinx is going to push this down pretty quickly, and OMG have to give up this bottom lane. Inhibitor now exposed. Look at the range from Jolmung. What we were talking about with Jinx is that extra 25 range per level of Q. As Cannon Barrage is put on down, the poke starts again from OMG.
I think it's a lot easier to play through rather than going through your own blue side ramp. Indeed, they are going for mid lane priority and income space shot.
Yeah, onto Eric again. The poke was doing no damage, and now the engage is there. Collapse before any more damage can be done as the box is laid bare. Once again, Beisheng, look at him, taking no damage as it's the shuffle, man. LMFAO would be dancing to this one. Triple kill again, and you knew WE were going to win this game, guys. Let's not kid yourselves as the triple comes down, and it's only wooming to watch as this game could end.
He's running away from the horsey as quick as possible, but the four-legged creatures do have an advantage here. I think Ooming is going to die before he sees a next glimpse of his Nexus, and that will be the game over to WE. It was a grueling early game. Once again, Ooming found his due on the Zoe, but it just wasn't enough as OMG don't play tight enough in the mid-game. WE wrestle it back from a Game 1 loss.
Clement, this series was bonkers, man. The drafts were fun, but W winning out in the end is the expected result. It just wasn't the expected journey. A 2-1's big for this team.